Neato.
Check the old camera.
And there we are. Oh my goodness. Tate the Hun. Hello. Hard take. I like Games Workshop toys and cartoons.
Oh my goodness, you degenerate.
Jeez, what's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm. You like a thing? Don't you know that's not allowed? Scar, yo, what up? Stupid o'clock in the morning acquired. I gotta get all my Genestealer cultists painted so I can recreate the Blood Angel show. Betrayal at the bath of the blood of the Phoenix tears. Whatever. I don't think I'll ever get the name right, and that's fine. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There we go. Oof.
Beautiful.
I've been going pretty hard today, but I got a tea to keep me going. Let's just say I know how to play Kill Team 2.
Damn. You looked at some rules? You read a book?
I played some mock games. Oh, I figured out exactly how the combat systems work, and I really dig the close combat system. It's almost like a little mini game inside of the big game. Because because both the attacker and the defender get to do a full fight, and so you kind of really get to decide, like, well, maybe things didn't go your way, so you'll just try to cancel everything so nothing happens, or you might be like, uh-oh, it looks like I'm gonna die, so maybe I'll just throw everything into fighting and just take out as many health points as I can before I'm dead. It's really neat.
I printed out a bunch of stuff, obviously from our legally obtained compendium.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure that everybody has the rules in front of them. And then there's a bunch of quick reference sheets, and I printed those out.
Ooh, those will be good.
Although, weird little thing, they didn't have, and maybe the normal guard sheets almost exactly the same as the veteran guard, but they didn't have the Krieg stuff. That's the only one that they didn't have. They had everything else besides Krieg.
So they even had Orc Commandos?
Yeah.
Huh, that's weird.
It's 2 pages. Mine's special. All the other ones are 1 page, but mine's 2.
Krieg probably would have been 2 pages.
Probably.
The veteran guard.
But it's weird. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just too similar to the regular guard.
Could be. I don't know.
But I don't know. Or maybe I didn't read it well enough. But I'm pretty sure I did.
Kick the Bandit, disliked, and getting ready for some poker. Yeah.
Well, we're going to get ready for announcing the challenge winners soon.
Yeah.
At 9:15. We're going to go through all that.
Aaron Ferguson, yeah, the combat system is great. It is really neat. I like that 6s are wild, so it's always exciting to roll a 6. So maybe I'll figure out, maybe either I'll make them or I'll figure out someone on Etsy who can make me dice or something. I want to get some dice that say ooh on the 6 so that I can scream ooh like constantly. Matthew Stone's boom. Mr. Green, hey guys. Hi. JP Grot Rockets, hybrids or hybrids? Know what I mean? I don't.
No.
I'm not picking it up.
I don't understand what's going on. Basement Record Studio, why the dislikes? Why not?
Getting it done early today.
I know, jeez, within the first 5 min.
Evil Eyeball. I am excited to paint some cultists tonight. Ooh, what cultists are you painting? Neophytes, Acolytes, Metamorphs, Aberrants. Thumb of the Dude. Hey everyone, not having the best day, but glad I'm here though. Neat.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll all be smooth sailing.
That's true.
Look at this. Look at this. I'm switching out one wet palette for another wet palette.
Jeez, you're so rich with all your wet palettes.
Yeah, I bought both these wet palettes for way less than half the cost of a Redgrass Games palette.
Yeah, you could buy like 20 of them. Yeah, but you won't be as cool. And how do you flex on everyone?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. I just really don't get it.
Ah, Evil Eyeball. I'm painting Escher as Cultist. Neat. So the gang Escher from Necromunda. So you're like the techno punk Amazons.
Mm-hmm. I don't support Amazon, so.
Basement recording studio. Pressing the dislike button feels so dirty. Yeah. Oh, you press it.
Yeah, you dirty boy. I think that's the real reason why we ask people for dislikes. We're just creeps.
Mm-hmm.
It just really turns us on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that was the reason.
Oh, whoops. Did I just reveal a little too much?
Nope, that's what the T is for. No yawns. It's a long ass stream.
It is a long ass stream. Oh boy. I'm doing some more support, and I think some of these files that that I'm printing are a little fragile. And I have to print less of them at the same time because they're really not taken to printing.
Evil Eyeball for my Heretic Astartes team. Neat. The Heretic Astartes look pretty neat. I've looked at most of the fire teams at this point, and they're all pretty cool except the Space Marines. The Space Marines are fine. If people being used to Space Marines getting everything are going to be very disappointed with the Index Space Marine kill team, because they can't have everything. Although I think Space Marines actually kind of are more interesting. I think the second version of Kill Team is really going to force people to actually use the command roster, because I feel like original Kill Team, people were like, yeah, command roster's cool, but I'll just make a one team takes all kill team, and that'll be it. Because everyone did that. Nobody was making rosters, except for like people playing well, like trying to win and stuff. Losers. Most people just made one kill team and then wondered why they would sometimes lose, because they're bringing flamers to fight Space Marines. But the new one, like if you wanted to bring a 20-man roster of Space Marines, you could have 10 scouts. Oh no, you couldn't have 10 scouts. Well, you could have 10 scouts, but that would limit you a little bit more. I would think a cool Astartes roster would be 5 assault intercessors, 5 intercessors, 5 tactical marines, and 4 heavy intercessors. I mean, that would really give you some options. Matthew Stone List, do you guys bounce around painting different armies, or do you focus on one until you are done with the models? I am so tired of AdMech. 2,000 points painted so far. Oh yeah, I bounce around constantly.
Probably the big thing that keeps it fresh. Monitor Jay, are you just addicted to intercessors?
I like intercessors. I think
But are
they're
you
cool.
addicted to them?
I guess so. I mean, I have way more regular Marines. I have well over 100 squatty Marines, and I probably have 40 intercessors. Pepinargles TDS lore. Anyone know some good 3D printed proxy seller sites that don't have crazy shipping fees? Not really.
How much was Pashpile? Their shipping fees.
Pash.
So I feel like wasn't it just it was like $11 from
Yeah.
which it could be bad if you're buying one model.
Evil Eyeball. My wife is going to work on either her Eldar or her Thousand Suns tonight as well. Neat. Thousand Suns look dope. You get every flavor of Rubric Marine, and then just a bunch of Zangors. Edscar, I can't understand why people pay 30 to 40 pounds for a wet pallet when a wet pallet is just a bowl, a sponge, and a paper. It's literally scraps. Why are people paying a couple hours pay on it? Yeah, people like to, this hobby has some people with deep pockets.
High rollers.
I mean, you could even call them like dentists. They just have fake rackets. That's how they make all their money.
Yep. This is all very true. You heard it here, folks. Dentists aren't real. You know what I think is even more not real? Like the orthodontist and stuff.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? There's no way that's real.
Evil Eyeball, but you get 6 Tactical Marines, so you are good, but you need one more. I forgot you could have 6 TAC Marines. So yeah, you have 6 TAC Marines, 5 Intercessors, 5 Assault Intercessors, and then 4 Heavy Intercessors. And then that'll give you a really cool 20-man roster. So if you're going up against Orcs, maybe you bring the 6 bodies of Tactical Marines, but if you're going up against something a little bit more specialized, maybe you go with the this close quarter combat fanatics of the Assault Intercessors. And then if you're going up against what would the Heavy Intercessors be good at? They have decent shooting, but they have limited activation. I don't know where they would fit in. I guess I have to try it out and see.
Monitor, but podiatrists aren't real either. I've been saying that for years. Hate the bandit. I have to get rid of my disposable income somehow before the welding kills me.
Exactly.
Edscar, let me know when you're my age and your eyeballs and teeth are falling out. They're real. But then, Akino Kanone says, wood teeth were good enough for George Washington. They're good enough for me.
That's true.
There you go.
I know Casey from eBay Miniature Rescue has famously said that he's never had a cavity, and he's never been to the dentist in 20 years.
I would love to follow him around and see what he does. But how does he know? How does he know he doesn't have a cavity if he doesn't go to the dentist?
I guess
it doesn't hurt. Because sometimes cavities don't hurt.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a cavity hurt.
Nah, I've never, because they're not real. But
yeah, they're fake.
It's weird. Yeah, I would love to see. I would like to see his whole how he does it.
One time I cracked a tooth, or no, it wasn't. A filling fell out, and boy, oh boy, was that some pain.
Yep.
I was reading about it because I was like, how is this the most painful thing that's ever happened to me? And apparently it's the nerve in your tooth swells, but it can't swell inside of the tooth, so it's just trapped. And that's why it's so painful.
Speaking of the opposite of painful, shall we go through our challenge winners, and then we're going to go through our challenge.
Yeah, the new challenge.
The new challenge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on, let me just finish putting the sand or the Vallejo earth on this one base, and then I'll end the stream so no one gets to know. We'll announce it to ourselves.
Yeah, perfect. Very, very exciting. Is everyone all nervous now?
Mm-hmm.
Let me know when you're all ready. We're gonna start with our three like special categories.
Yeah.
The best base, the Mad Scientist community pick, and then we'll go through the top 5, and then from all the models that people we talked about, we'll pick an ultimate winner.
All right, drum roll, please.
All right, great. Up first is best base.
And the winner is Power.
Yeah.
With a red orc that has not one but 2 bases.
This is very true. Beautiful scenic base. And of course, normal tabletop base.
And really sticking to the rules. White, black, light gray. Or red, black, light gray.
Yeah. Exactly. Super sticking to the rules.
Woo!
All right. So that's best base. We're going to move on to Mad Scientist.
Oops. Boom! Mad Scientist. Takamuto!
Yeah.
With this.
Abomination. Awesome model. Tried out a bunch of different techniques to make this happen.
Oh, I just noticed like the lines of snot running to the model out of the goo.
Exactly. Amazing model. Just a bunch of different things tried out on this, and still keeping the color scheme going, which is fun.
Even keeping like the proportions of color, mostly green, bunch of yellow, and just a dash of red.
Yes.
All right.
All right. We're gonna move on to the next category, which is the community pick. You voted for this model.
Community pick. Freebooters Merc for the Gradient Space Marine and a wonderful Gradient Bosk from Star Wars Legion.
Beautiful.
But yeah,
really nice gradients.
And keeping with the scheme, even like the black emblem on the chest, and then his parts of his chest rig are like dark gray black. Very nice.
Yeah. All right. Then we're gonna do the first 2 of the top 5. And this is in no particular order. These are just our top 5 favorite picks.
Oop! I didn't hit the wrong button. I wasn't selected on the Discord. All right. Boom! Nick J top 5s. Simon the Lobotomized Monkey with a red and white orc knob. Actually, it's the Simon Monkey Lobotomized. And Pharaoh Von Sephiro with the Grey Knight thing.
Age of Sigmar guy. Super cool. Yeah. Very, very neat. Again, keeping the scheme going. Pretty good.
Yeah. Red, white, and then green on the squig.
Yeah.
And then silver on the scales.
Exactly. And then let's go to the next one. This one's a single one.
Katie.
Yeah.
With a very, very, very cool object source lighting.
Super cool. Keeping the colors.
Blue and yellow and white.
Yep. And no adding any other, no special skin tones, nothing. It's perfect. And the lighting is on the base too. It's super neat.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Let's go to the last two of the top 5.
Coec 15324 and Andy Crimson.
Mm-hmm. And there you have it.
Mm-hmm. With a really cool fish.
Mm-hmm. And Andy Crimson got the unknown chapter and really went for it.
Mm-hmm.
And really did something cool. That was a rough one.
Not a lot of options with just black and white.
Nope.
That's a really solid model pick. A Malifaux thing actually works really well for black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fish. I mean, we were just blown away by the sheer balls of having a beautifully painted fish and then doing a lighting effect right on top.
Yeah. Jeez. Because there's a photo of the fish, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is painted right on top of the perfect fish. It's wow. I would be spooked to do that. I'd just be shaking all over the place and mess it all up.
Mm-hmm.
But now, so out of every model that we've just shown, we have decided on who the ultimate winner is, and the ultimate winner gets a prize. So the ultimate winner will have to send us a DM. And the ultimate winner is
Takamoto.
Yeah.
For the
Nurgle Abomination. That's what I'm gonna call it. Super duper cool.
Don't you just want to take a sip?
Oh my god, do I?
So yeah, congratulations!
Exactly.
Great use of the giant ass base. Is that like the 80 by 120 or something?
Something like that.
The knight base, as it's probably better known. I guess the flyer base, because all flyers have it, which is kind of a pain in the butt.
Monitor, let's drink her bathwater.
Yeah.
And yeah, but this was, again, I feel like it keeps getting tougher every single time choosing who's gonna, who's in what category, all of these different things. A lot of them had really good bases. A lot of them were painted really well, and a lot of them were just like super close. We were really debating on who won what.
Yeah, it was not easy picking. There's some real cool models. So it's Morkanaut base. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's known as the Morkanaut base. Woo!
Yeah, super duper neat. But this means that we have another challenge coming out for you. So let me unhide all this stuff. So I privated everything. There we go. Make sure you can message.
Scappa Productions. Oh no, not another challenge. You better believe it.
Oops. Boop. Bop. Alright, the rules are there. I'll read them in a second. Let me just make sure I get this all going.
Exactly.
Just kind of wanted to get that out there. I have a burp water. Because I'm a real American.
Yeah, I feel like this tea is picking me back up.
That's good. Yeah, you haven't been yawning.
Yeah.
All right. So, challenge number 4. It's called Based. And it starts today. and it ends October 11th at exactly 12 a.m. Central Standard Time. And so the first thing that you're going to do is you are going to click on this link to our basing playlist, and then you're going to click shuffle, and then the first model that pops up in that shuffle is your base that you have to make.
Yep.
So from that randomly selected tutorial, that's your basing scheme. And also, because there's a few non-tutorials in that basing playlist, just skip those. You just hit forward, and it will go to the next one. And so the goal of the challenge is to create a beautiful scenic base that connects with the model of your choosing.
Yeah.
Think of it as the base being more important than the model, but the base and the model should also tell a story together. And so, like, some examples would be an orc in a grassy field covered in grass like it was hiding, or it could also be contrasting like a fire demon crossing over a pool of water. And if you look underneath, I have some photo examples. The pooping bloat drone, or whatever it's called.
It's the pooping bloat drone.
Yep. And the Necron with the like grass and stuff on it, the swamp on it. And then the Vindicar Assassin, the Warhammer Plus Assassin. It's part of the scenery. It's using that tower.
It's camouflaged.
Yes, exactly. And that's really about it for the rules. Everything's pretty much the same. You can use any model you want. Kit bashing's allowed. Make sure you give the model a name. That's helpful for us to keep track of what's what. Make sure you use the model as a testing ground. Try a bunch of things out, which is pretty good. Show us the exploration. Take photos during it. Write about it. Do a little write-up. Those are always the best ones. And then, yeah, make sure so once you're done with the model, you've taken all these photos, you've done, you've gotten everything perfect. Oh yeah, Matthew Stonelis, are the rules on Discord? They're under Eons of Challenges.
They're not. You better be writing this down.
This is a test. So then for format, once you're all done with everything, send us the basing tutorial. Like, put the link to the basing tutorial or a screenshot of the tutorial. And then, tell us a little bit about the model, why you picked it, whatever. Put all the photos and describe the photos. And then make sure you take some nice photos. And I linked the photography video that no one's watched. Go watch that video. You'll learn a lot.
It's a good video.
It's true. Although, I feel like the challenge photos are getting better every time.
Yeah.
So, keep that up. And
again, the EOB complete people could take note from the challenge people.
That's true. Sometimes they're a little rough. So again, we'll select 5 of them, and then we have 2 categories this time. We have the Mad Scientist and Community Pick, since the whole thing's kind of about the base, so we're not going to do best basing.
Really, the top pick is going to be best based.
Exactly. And you'll get the winner's circle roll until the next challenge, just like this one. I'll do that after the stream today.
And bragging rights.
Exactly, bragging rights, which is really what the roll is. And we'll announce the winners for this challenge on October 16th.
Is this assignment even in the syllabus? It's on. Oh God, it's on. Yeah, whatever garbage system your school uses.
Blackboard.
Chalkboard.
Dawn
of War.
Not Dawn to Learn.
D2L.
D2L.
Desire to learn.
I think it's Down to Learn, even though it's not. It should be. Ed Scar, run through the rules again. Which video do we choose? It's go to the Eons of challenges on Discord. Go look at rules, and you can see everything. But it is the basing playlist. So click that link, and that'll take you right to the page.
You could say that this project is all about that base, no model. Although there is a model, but the base is the important one, and the model.
Mm-hmm.
It is fun having like 80 basing videos, because every now and then I see my bases out in the wild.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
Every now and then I'll see something on Facebook, and then I'll incognito I'll post like, hey, that's really neat. Where did you see that? And then they'll send me the link to my own video. It's awesome.
Oh, we got a really good question in the challenge questions. This is from Mr. Ant. Does the tutorial steps need to be followed exactly, or do I just replicate the thing in the video? Example, do the bricks needed to be made with foam like in the vid, or bricks, or any bricks acceptable?
Yeah, I think any brick.
Yeah.
You can substitute any brick for a different brick.
You can make it your own.
Mm-hmm. You could use maybe like a construction foam instead of popsicle sticks if you're doing the tombstone base. Mm-hmm. You could use army painter grass instead of Games Workshop grass for the bases for the videos with tufts.
Mm-hmm.
Scabbard Productions, but my model doesn't have a base, aka a Storm Raven. Doesn't the Storm Raven have a base? The Storm Raven gunship? That has like the biggest base.
Well done.
Where's my magenta paint? It better be near me. No! Doesn't look like... Oh, wait, is this it? No, it's red. Alright, stream's ending early. Oh, wait, there's the pink. Maybe it is near me. It is not. I'll be back.
Uh-oh. Matthew's telling us I have all the paint. Did you steal all of Jay's paints? That'd be pretty rude.
Matthew Stillness, I have all the paint!
Yep. Very, very exciting.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of magenta, a little bit of matte medium. I think I'm going to work on the skin a little, because I think I lost something in all the highlights.
There you go.
Matthew Stillness, I bought him on eBay. Remember it's either a Weird Al song or it's an old internet song. I bought it on eBay?
I think it's Weird Al. I'm not sure though.
I think it is Weird Al. Tell me why I bought a Smurfs alarm clock.
We have this question from ScottBot in the chat. Does the model base have to be 40k only? If so, I can buy some more minis. If not, I can use my Hex Battletech mechs for this challenge.
Anything that came with a base.
Yep.
Or anything, I guess, that didn't come with a base, but you put it on a base.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. Robert Durown. It is 100% Weird Al. Oh, Weird Al. Matthew Stoneless. The challenge is cool. I think I am going to do a wooden plank base for Belisarius. I was wondering what to do for him. I have ideas. Ah, Belisarius is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
One day I will paint him, and this will be glorious.
Are you gonna give him a call?
No, but I will probably paint his. I will probably kit bash and then paint his Space Marine helper friend, because he's a lot of fun, and he also kind of like hates Call, and it's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
haven't. It's been a while since I read that book. I maybe need to reread it. I know also there's a part 2 that I maybe should read. Because I read the book, and then I read a short story out of the Games Workshop, like, free books you get when you walk in the door. Like, you get, like, some chapters of books. But it wasn't... The part from the book... The part from the free book wasn't in the book I just finished reading, and I'm like, what the heck? Why is it different? I was bamboozled. Rabbit Drown, do you have a link to the camera you use for the minicam? No, but it is a Logitech Brio webcam. And it is surprisingly perfect for the job.
Yeah, it really is.
Really convenient. It's very small, and I have it on a little arm that keeps it in front of my face, but like right out of my eye line. So it's kind of like a really best case scenario. Because usually I film with Canon cameras, and so I have one on a telephoto that's like way like 3 feet away from the table, and then I have another one that's like a foot from the table. But then it's yeah. But this is the most comfortable I've found yet to paint. Also, what's nice is sometimes, you know, I'm not trying to be perfect here, so things sometimes are out of focus or off screen, or whereas things have to be perfect for a video.
This is true.
So I'm not you know, every second checking my angles and light
and screaming.
Weirdly though, I can see what I'm doing much better on stream than on video because I have garbage monitors
Yeah.
hooked up to the real cameras.
Yeah. I had with the I discovered this with the Dominion video, and it kind of worked for Dominion. It definitely works for things that are kind of big, like terrain. But I literally, because I have the camera, I'm using the GH5 for this, and I had the camera above my head, and I was literally looking at the little screen built in, like the built-in screen, and using that to help. I think it worked out pretty well. But if I'm painting an eyeball, I don't think that would work.
Yeah. Yeah, painting on camera is very hard. Painting is very hard. And then when you throw a camera into the mix. The Zumakito, there's an adorable moment in one of his videos where he's painting an eye, and you see the paint dry on the tip of his brush, so he just goes through the motion of dragging the brush across the eye.
Yep.
Now these Jones, does it have to be the base the model came with, or can we improvise? Improvise! Overcome! Adapt! Do whatever you want, as long as it's a base and a model.
Should be nice and simple little challenge.
Scalene triangles. Hey guys, with the guy from Fallout New Vegas. Is it called Happy? Or Yes Man. Yes Man. Hey guys, I've just been converting / preparing a crisis suit for painting today. It's a gift from my dad, and he loves mech suits. Gonna be painting it. His favorite colors, black and orange. Neat! Kill Team colors. Scappa Productions. What happened to the third Hydra head Primarch, aka the Lost Primarch? I don't know.
He died on the toilet? That's my guess.
Edgar, I learned a long time ago to paint eyes with bigger brushes so that it doesn't dry. Brushes has to have a sharp tip, not small. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely something I learned. When I started out, I would use brushes like this brush I'm holding up to the camera right now, which is not useful really, because just paint dries so fast. There's like a centimeter of bristles, and I can do the same exact work with this brush that's like 3/4 of an inch long bristles. Mike Garrett, I think I have ants in my bathroom. Any ideas? Well, I mean, wait your turn.
Let me know where you live. I'll come over. Yeah, we'll take a look. Agent Lima, did the winners get announced? Just joined.
Yep.
Yes. But I can run through them real quick. Maybe I have them. Okay. We had, and I'll post this all to Discord after the stream. For best based was Power. For Mad Scientist was Tekamuto. For community pick, I lost my thing. It was Freebooters Merc. Then for top 5, we had Simon Lobotomized, Jesus Christ, he changes it all the time. The Simon Monkey Lobotomized, Pharaoh Von Surfio, Katie, Koek 15324, and Andy Crimson, with the ultimate winner being Tekamuto.
Congratulations to everyone for a job well done. It's no small feat to get paint on minis, and you all should feel really proud. Nothing gets the hobby juice flowing like finishing a model, and we all thank you for sharing your work, supporting us and the hobby community to paint our plastic.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks for sharing. No one has ever heard that because everyone clicks off the video before.
That's very true. I hear it a lot. I'm George Triana. I'm officially an Ultra fan.
Yeah!
Woo! Oh,
You get some STLs and our undying gratitude.
That's very true. And it's very exciting. This means that we only need 18 more patrons to do
battle reports. Oh my god.
Which is crazy because we got a bunch of people joining the Patreon this week.
We did.
And,
holy moly.
Like an insane number, which is we really appreciate. But that starts this starts the ball rolling on these battle reports.
Because at 150 patrons, we are going to do battle reports. And we don't know how. But for 150 patrons, we'll figure it out.
Oh yeah. Well, we have some ideas. We just
we do
tests. We gotta get some things going. It's gonna be pretty wild. And yeah, I know I have to get started on the next round of STLs. Try to figure out some more stuff to make.
Robert Durown, are you like glazing the heads right now? I am. I'm glazing them with magenta to get a little bit more color into them because right now they're very pale, which is fine, but I don't want them quite so pale.
And we just got 2 more people joining the Patreon.
Oh my goodness! They're what our thing is. We don't like battle reports because they're boring. And I watched a lot of battle reports. I watched a lot of battle reports today actually, they were very boring. But our battle reports are going to be different than what's out there because they're going to be a little bit more narrative and I think a little bit more fun to watch, even if you don't really know the rules, because we're going to make it a whole thing with beautiful photography and a story.
Yes, because that's the we have such a hard time following.
Yeah. And the models will be gorgeous. The terrain will be gorgeous. Graphics. And it'll be quick. Which may really make it different than everything else out there. It'll be fast.
Yeah, very, very exciting.
But I do a little kill team. A little Age of Sigmar. A little 40k. And by then we'll be millionaires. So we can really branch out to whatever. So we'll probably do some battle parts for all game systems.
Battletech.
Marvel Crisis Protocol, which I never really hear much about. I don't know if I'm just not in the right circles or what. Because I know it's a popular game, I just never hear about it. Nicholas Chin. So, cyberpunk-themed Genestealer cult. What do you think? I think that'd be neat. I think that's definitely a good way to do it. They're kind of cyberpunky. They all kind of look like they're wearing spacesuits. Jason M. It was weird hearing you say that. It made the stream feel like a regular video. In addition to the occasional spicy opinion piece, we also make wargaming tutorials like this every single week, and if you want to help us make more, you can consider supporting us over on Patreon. Over there, you'll gain access to some behind-the-scenes, voting on models I paint live here on YouTube, and more. With that out of the way, let's get back to the video.
Woo-wee.
Hey guys, Jay here, welcome to EonsOfBattle, and in this video I'm going to show you how to paint some Genestealer cultists.
This video is sponsored by Cobalt Key. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very, very fun.
Robert Duround, just ultra fan, gotta see these bat reps! Yeah!
Yeah, there we go. We're really doing it.
Mm-hmm. Michael Garrett, should I join? If you do battle reports, can I play you? Probably not. Actually, definitely not. I don't know how we would do that. Maybe Tabletop Simulator? What I would imagine what we'll do is we'll probably figure out a way to film ourselves playing the game, and then we'll review the footage and then recreate the game. So that we have, so that like the camera, you know, like if I move all of my guys up and to the left, then we'll recreate that, and the camera will like follow them up and to the left. You know, with Nick vaping, so that we get a little wispy smoke, and then I'm shaking the our LED light to get a little ambiance.
Exactly. But yeah, there'll probably be like a mixture of those, the real battle and the not real battle.
Yeah.
Kind of combine both to make it something. Yeah, very, very fun.
Yeah, I mean, there are people making great battle reports now. I just don't like battle reports. I want to make the battle reports that I would like to see.
Yeah, because there is a bunch of good ones, and the people tell us time and time again, but I don't care still.
As soon as I hear someone say, "All right, we got 3 ups to hit. All right, 4s," I'm done. But if it was like the Genestealers have to control the objective, but they don't have the movement required, so they take a conceal in order to keep themselves safe from the orcs, but the orcs push up the board, like that would be interesting to me, where they really just tell me exactly what's happening without saying math. We'll probably have like the dice somewhere on the screen for people who care. But, and we'll probably skip anything boring that happens, like a shooting phase that does nothing. Michael Garrett, should I join? If you do battle reports, can I play you? Oh, I mean destroy you. I feel like that doesn't clear it up.
I think it clears it up.
Martin Bloon bought some Genestealers yesterday just to turn them all into Chaos Cultists. Yeah! That's what they're good for. Skybar Productions. I, as a clanner, challenge Nick to a honorable duel in Battletech. Do you accept? JKLOL.
Perfect.
Scaling Triangles. War Cry? Question mark? Maybe one day. I did.
We'll probably start with Kill Team, and then we'll work from there.
I know a while ago I said some New Year's resolutions, and I think one of the resolutions was to play 3 different games.
Yes.
Which Age of Sigmar, Star Wars Legion. So I still sort of need a 3rd. Kill Team.
I mean, Malifaux. You could play Malifaux. Did you say Malifaux?
Ah, that's true. Although we haven't played a game of Malifaux.
I know, but we definitely. I mean,
We
we know
definitely-
someone that can
yeah.
that plays the game.
Mm-hmm.
We could learn how to do it, and apparently it is not too complicated.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a feeling that we're going to see this person soon.
That's true.
Since,
That's very true.
We have to.
Daniel Bear, not sure if you heard, guys, but this little company called Games Workshop has started making their own battle reports, so you might be a bit slow to the party. Oh no!
All right, we're going to quit. We're going to stop the whole thing.
Jacqueline Costa. Hey, Eons of Battle community, popping in to leave a dislike real quick. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. Nice. Daniel Bear, they look like still suits from Dune. Yeah, they do. Although the arms are out. And the feet are out. Sun's out, feet's out.
I get it. Scaling triangles. One thing that makes me love battle reports, the camera being at eye level of the minis for a few shots. Yep, I agree.
Yeah, we can definitely make that happen.
Oh boy, that is part of it. We're actually going to have no minis be part of it. We're going to use quarters, and it's going to be pretty cool.
Tristan Lee, it's unnerving how you're able to replicate the exact same intonation every single time. Well, I mean, I say it at least once a week, every week,
Yeah.
forever.
This is true. Oh, here we go. Scott Mallinson, hot tub battle reports like on Twitch.
Ooh.
That could be that'd be kind of wild.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like hot tubs?
It's all right. I kind of like when I was little, it would be fun. Sometimes we would stay at a hotel that would have a pool, and usually they'd have a pool and a hot tub, and it'd be cool to go back and forth because then the pool's really, really cold and the hot tub's really, really hot. But I'd rather be like hanging out near a fire.
Yeah,
like a cold night,
yeah,
hot fire,
smoking a stogie.
Giant cigar, beer. That sounds amazing. A hot tub, and you're not supposed to, I know people do drink in hot tubs, but you're not supposed to.
No.
Slip and crack your face open.
Yeah. But we'd be drinking in the hot
Oh, yeah. Miguel Perez, bro, I dig having your painting streams playing while it's in the background. Nice. While it's in the background of you painting, I'm sure. Because that's the rule. So what are you painting while listening to us?
Great question. I'm painting, supporting a bunch of models in some software because they're not fucking working. I think I'm doing too many at the same time. Because these are just so fiddly.
Scott Mallinson, there's something wrong with the video. I can't rewind. Common mistake. So you take the VHS tape out and then you put it back in, and then you restart the rewinding process. And some machines, they have a slow rewind and a fast rewind. Sometimes you gotta go the slow rewind for a few seconds before you go to fast rewind.
Yep.
Do you remember rewinding VHS tapes?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I remember it. I remember it
did
like it
all
was
the time
yesterday.
I mean, that was my job as a kid. My parents would make me do it. Because once the two things that I would do at Christmas time, I would plug in the Christmas tree, and then all the time I would rewind VHS tapes.
Neat.
Exactly. Because that's the joy of having a kid, is making them do stuff like that.
Yeah. USA Libertarian, battle report plus boobies. That's not a bad idea.
That's coming. What do you think all the Patreon money goes to?
Oh yeah. Jedi Gem 252. Have a good evening, guys. Time for ancient gamers to get some sleep. Jim. You say libertarian. Suns out, Huns out. Attributed to Attila.
I get it.
Robert Around, you could you could probably pre-record the EOB complete spiel, probably save you dozens of minutes. It kind of half of it is. I think the ending is not, just so that it sounds the same as me saying all the names.
Yep. The beginning is pre-recorded.
Yeah.
And it takes what, 5 seconds, 10 seconds to read the ending thing.
Yeah.
The Patreon plugs are recorded because they're slightly different every time.
Mm-hmm.
And also for consistency, because their audio is slightly different every time.
Oh no!
Oh
you
my
guys
gosh.
hear my compressor?
Here, just a little bit.
Yeah, it's in the other room because I was spraying in there so that I didn't die.
That makes sense.
Scalene triangles. As a kid, every time I saw a sign about not drinking in hot tubs, I thought it would make the drink boil inside me or something. That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just because you could slip and fall.
Mm-hmm.
Jason M. Whenever I get into a hot tub, I'm already drunk. That's a good workaround.
This is true. Yeah, there you go. What do you think about like steam rooms? Would you ever do one of those?
I don't
Just go in
mind
there.
those.
Have you ever done it?
Yeah.
You've done a steam room?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you?
I
in a
guess
steam room?
it's not a steam room. It's a sauna.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Sauna.
A sauna. I don't mind a sauna.
Where'd you do a sauna?
Some hotels have them.
Wow, geez, you go to some fancy hotels there, guy.
I think like the Holiday Inn has them. Like any place that has a pool usually has them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How many naked men did you see in there?
I mean, usually none, because usually we would take vacations in like weird times, so that they're cheap. But yeah.
Well, that's just no fun.
Also, usually it's a tiny ass room.
Oh, people.
So you could fit like 4 people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think there's always a sign that says you must keep your swim trunks on.
I know that there's I've listened to a bunch of like podcasts with comedians and stuff, and especially people that live in New York. I don't know what the places are called in New York, but there's like basically public gyms, and apparently there's a lot of balls that are
Good.
seen. So that's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I've not tried one, so I don't know anything about it.
You say, libertarian, you aren't supposed to drink in hot tubs because drinking will make you want to pee. You're not supposed to pee in hot tubs?
Yeah, I don't understand.
You ever pee in the pool?
Oh yeah,
I never peed in the pool.
pussy. Not all the time. I usually don't want to. I always get afraid. I always get afraid that they'll know somehow.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a little gross, but
Yeah.
I would assume me swimming in my own pee is okay.
Yeah. Really, pools are kind of gross.
Yeah, I'm a little. I don't mind pools. I'm kind of not a pool guy. As a kid, I really like the pool. I don't mind it. I could go.
I like lanes.
Yeah, lanes are pretty good.
'Cause I like going back and forth.
Yep. You like
Trying to go
swimming in
fast.
P lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that, but I haven't gone swimming in, I don't know, since the late '80s.
Yeah, I don't know. Years and years.
Did you ever swim at UWM?
No.
I didn't either. Would you rather go into a pool or play pool?
Play pool. I like pool.
I like pool too. Should we start a billiards channel?
Oh my god, it would do so much better than EonsOfBattle.
Hey guys, welcome to Billiard Bros. And today...
Welcome to Balls, Balls, Balls.
Exactly.
The Wizard MF, the ocean's better. The ocean, I've been in the ocean once, But I've swam in the Great Lakes, and that's fun.
Oh yeah.
There's a little more going on.
Are the Great Lakes not an ocean? I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Pacific, the Indian, Lake Superior.
Michigan.
They're all oceans.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Ethan Lewis, check out the way Krug Smash does videos on Dwarf Fortress for inspiration on battle reports. A more emergent narrative-focused battle report would be so cool. Yeah, I'll write that down. Where's my phone? Oops. Do. Gotta close this Tim Dillon video. And Krug. Okay, Krug. Oh, it popped right up. Krug Smash Fortress.
Gotta close this Tim Dillon video. I think I have a Tim Dillon video up right now too.
Oh, this does look like fun. Maybe we should do sprite animation. We've had plenty of experience with it.
Ooh, I'll have to check this out as well. I'm gonna take a little screenshot of this.
Yeah, I'll just send you the link.
Perfect. That's even better.
Boop 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 ba-doop boop boop and doop.
There we have it. Neat.
Yeah, if any of you guys have ideas for battle reports, you know, keep them coming.
Inspiration.
Because we're gonna be doing them in potentially a few weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, these tunnels. We haven't heard from Lucky Bat tonight. Yeah, Lucky Bat's around. They gave an uwu.
They gave an uwu, and I think they said something about making fun of me or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. Uwage? Woowage.
Joe Draco is having a bad day. I need cheering up. Have I come to the right place? No. You should feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't have a paper towel near me, so actually I do. I didn't need to put this on my pants. Although my pants are completely covered in paint because I'm not careful.
Hashtag paint pants.
Hashtag paint pants.
We should sell them on Etsy.
Lucky Bat. What?
Matthew Stolas, late 80s. Nick can't be that old. Who knows? I'm timeless. Like rock and roll.
Yeah, I'm 14, so okay, got stuff I got tons of paint on that guy's foot, so I guess his foot is just gonna get covered in dirt.
Lucky Bat, pants cam on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Well, it went to be a pants off cam. A no pants cam.
Paints out, pants off.
Exactly. I'm very excited to see this battle report. And also to support these miniatures. Or other things that they are.
Yeah. I think, yeah, battle reports are tricky. Like, because I know the rules for Kill Team, and I could barely follow the tutorials, or the battle reports for Kill Team. I'm just like, And, like, it's kind of hard to, like, is he doing the right things? Am I thinking of other things he could be doing? Really, the exciting thing, other than if you make it into a story that's fun to look at and listen to, is just who won. I do like the parts also where they're showing off their army. That part I like. They're like, hey, I got these corn demons, and I painted all the swords rainbow, and that's cool.
I like in the Warhammer Plus battle reports when they show off the armies for way too long.
Oh my god, yeah, it's
and then I like the weird dust effect in the front of it. That's always fun, and it really just is dusty.
Oh, so many particles.
And little particles flying around.
That slider is all the way up.
Yep, you can change that opacity just a little bit. Makes it look better. I do like it though. It's fun that there's something in there, but too much. USA Libertarian Nick, how did you learn all the stuff? About what?
Robert Duround, getting close to painting the rims, I see. Yeah, you better believe it. Matthew Stolas, Jay, I did pick up a set of 24 soft pastels to try and make my own pigments based on your video. Neat. Yeah, we use those barricades that I painted every week for Kill Team.
This is true. Jeez, we have an immense amount of terrain now.
We do. Holy moly.
We have options.
Yeah.
I do think something that could be really cool is having it half be destroyed, like Space Marine Fortress using the power generators and stuff, and then half having the orc terrain on it, because then it's like maybe the orc are taking over the battlefield. That could be pretty cool.
Speaking of taking over a battlefield, I have to piss.
Damn. Brian Roadsog just finished putting all of the Octeris together. All of the terrain has been primed, and I kit bashed some of the models so I could play them as instead of just a WYSIWYG. Neat. Yeah, I'm almost done putting together my Orc Commandos. I want to build a snorkel. I want to give all of them snorkels because I think that'd be pretty funny. And so I have to figure out exactly how I want to do that. And then and because of the snorkels and stuff, I want to put on all the heads with the mask on it, but you can't put the mask heads on some of the commandos that have like special weapons. So I have to do a little green stuff work to make it fit. But really it's just one of them that's having that problem. And I have to green stuff some stuff on that mask, so it looks a little bit better. But I had to get them all glued down a little bit just so we can play the game tomorrow. But yeah, just a little bit more modeling and they'll be perfect. I also put the snorkel head on my little grot, which I think will be a lot of fun. That's my little welcome back.
Brian Routs, I just finished putting all of my Octarius together. All of the terrain has been primed, and I kit bashed some of the models so I could play them as instead of just WYSIWYG. Neat. I know I need to get some more Krieg. Games Workshop needs to get on it because I could field more bodies.
Liku11, what's your favorite book series right now?
I should finish reading this Age of Sigmar book, Soul Wars, because I was really enjoying it, and then I stopped listening to it for weeks. I think that my favorite book that I've read in a long-ass time, 40k book, was definitely The Infinite and the Divine. Probably the best 40k book I've ever read. It's all about the Necrons. And a long time ago, I read a really, really cool book called Seven Eves. And Seven Eves is a giant-ass book. I would call it a book series. So if somebody wants a book recommendation, Seven Eves. It's amazing. It's a science fiction, but it's like a close science fiction. Like it's like modern day, but just a little bit science fiction-y. So yeah. And Nick, what are you reading?
I'm not reading anything because I don't know how to read. I don't believe in reading. I think that's for witches.
Scott Mounson, pants confirmed. Oh no!
Yeah, you've deceived everybody.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to get up again to get my pigment powders to put on these guys. Oh, and I need to put rust on their guns. Holy cow. There's so much stuff I need to do.
Brian Rutz, the Maker's Coat has pretty good Krieg for printing, so maybe you can talk to Nick about doing it for you. Who knows? I'm actually, the stuff that I'm getting ready for 3D printing right now is for Jay. You know, I got a backlog of things I have to 3D print and get going. Scott Mallinson, we thought you were a Muppet, but now we see through your deception. I know. Jay is a liarton. Michael Spitz, I showed my girlfriend my army and the price, and she didn't fall over and die. Are you gonna get her to play with you in more ways than one?
Tristan
with
Lee.
your dice and your models.
If you ever take a year off, you should try reading Worm. They call me Dr. Worm. Good morning, how are you? I'm Dr. Worm. I'm interested in things. I'm not a real doctor, but I am a real worm. I'm sure that's what you're referring to.
Probably.
The infamous song, Dr. Worm.
Michael Spitz, nope, we ain't ever playing 40k ever. There you go. Amazing. She was like, cool army, bro. Nah, but that makes sense. Not all gals are meant to play 40k. Not all gals can handle it because of how fun it is.
Robert Duran. Dune is very good, however, I would recommend a companion with it for the words that are challenging. I know I have the audiobook of Dune, which I'm excited to give a try. But I haven't yet. But I got it because I gotta say, I want to read the book before I see the movie.
Like, is it just is it made up words, or is it just high level vocab?
I think it's made up words.
Ah. Yeah.
I mean the spice melange.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Flitchbow, you a big They Might Be Giants fan? Hell yeah. Someday somebody else besides me will call me by my stage name. Great stuff. Yeah, if anyone's feeling down, I mean, I feel like They Might Be Giants will cheer you back up. Their songs are silly and fun.
Mm-hmm. Little Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Constantinople.
Mm-hmm. Blue lights. What's it called? The blue canary in the outlet by the light switch. Who's watching over you? When you read this, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. Ooh, climbing the walls was really good. Now, that song feels like quarantine.
Mm-hmm. Michael Spitz, well, she's a theater girl, so she couldn't understand the coolness.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Love the song, The Communists Have the Music. Oh my goodness, and we're forgetting the best song of all, the Meatloaf, or the Meat Sings God, what is that one called?
Chat.
Combustible heads. Mister got one. You got one of them combustible heads. I read an article all about them. Robert Durand. David Lynch's Dune is rad AF, but not a great Dune movie. That's what I've heard. I haven't seen it. Getting real close on these fellas, although I'm going to base them on camera, because in the past I've gotten into trouble where I'm like, they're done, and then they're not done, but I never go back to finish them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, now I got to spend my precious free time finishing models, when I could be working on new models or, actually enjoying myself.
In more ways than one.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what you mean by enjoying yourself.
Video games.
Exactly.
Man, I want to play Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
I like Call of Duty.
Well, it's only a boot camp away.
That's true.
Except on the newest Macs don't have boot camp.
Yeah.
So you can't do it on the new Macs.
Good.
Don't get a new one.
Mm-hmm. I think I can make that happen.
Mm-hmm. I know it is one of those things though. I've had this before where I had like an iPhone 4S, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it pissed me off so much. So I got a Samsung phone, and then I hated the Samsung phone, and so I switched back once, in a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 3 or 4 years. I switched back to Apple. So the grass isn't always greener on the other side. You'll probably find things that you hate about Windows.
But I'll actually be able to do the things I like to be able to do on my computer, because literally one day I was having a great time on my Mac doing my work and playing my games, and then they were like, you can't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, but why? They're like, because we're brave.
Yeah, we're brave. Jeez, why don't you like people that are brave? I don't understand.
Takamutu, man, 3-player kill team is 3-player kill team.
Also, I don't know if Takamuto knows this, but Takamuto is the the ultimate winner of the painting challenge.
Dun 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 dun.
Been with us for how long? But yeah, technically not only that, but the mad scientist as well. So that's pretty fun. So congratulations, and also send us a DM because we have some stuff for you. Takamuto, what? You won the challenge.
Robert Durand, anyone going to be at Gen Con or Origins? I'll be working those. My flight leaves in like 8 hours. Oh, wow. What do you mean working those? Like you're doing something like for them? We will not be there. But it's cool though that you have some sort of a position. Yeah. As I'm sure you're aware, you got one of those rare combustible heads. I read an article all about them.
Exactly. Oh. Well, this should be there. Good old random floaty support. So I'm gonna I gotta say this: the Photon software is a little janky. I'm brave enough to say it. I'm hoping that as these DLP printers come out, and there's more of them maybe, that other slicers will come out with better, or will come out with DLP support, so I can just use something else. And I know I can do the supports in another program and whatever, but it's doesn't work that way always either. Michael Spitz, I showed her my $60 Hammerfall bunker that no one bought from the store in 6 years. I'm proud. Amazing.
Bet no one bought it 6 years ago because it came out 2 years ago. I
know, it's wild. It was there before.
Mm-hmm.
Geez, I feel like Michael Spitz is just living quite the life. Just,
mm-hmm.
I could say honestly, living more of a life than I am.
Living La Vida Loca.
Exactly.
Robert DeRown. I work for companies as a guy who runs their booths, sets them up, drives the product out, hire goons to man it, sling nerd stuff. Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Had any fun con stories? I know those places can be wild. You work any of the furry booths?
Oh my god. I hope so. Michael Spitz, wait, what? He lied to me. Uh-oh. He got he got you.
Maybe they got the Hammerfall confused with the Drop Pod. Because they're kind of similar.
I mean, if that's the case, what a loser.
Drop Pods could have been there since like 2001.
Ooh, Aaron Ferguson. Nick, do you want a Gits tip? I want a Gits tip. Give me a Gits tip. I know one of the problems that we have with playing Age of Sigmar is we have no terrain for it.
That's true.
Obviously, we could just use 40k terrain, but.
Aaron
Ferguson, do you have any like terrain suggestions? Do you have a board that matches your cooling spike kits? Did you buy Games Workshop scenery? I'm trying to see what people are doing for Age of Sigmar because I don't know.
I have a really fun idea.
Also something that I found, and I don't know if this is true, so I'm gonna double check. But I swear to God, and on the Warhammer 40k side, it's called terrain, but on the Age of Sigmar side, it's called scenery.
Interesting.
Yes, it looks like that to be the case. And that's just interesting that it's called two different things.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I mean, I guess everything is kind of different. Like, codexes are battle tomes.
Mm-hmm.
Robert DeRown, I've worked about 200 cons, and I will just say this, furries are the 100% best customers. Super nice, and spend lots of money and refer friends to the booth. Oh, I believe it.
There you go.
I believe it. A nice fursuit can really, you can spend some money.
Yeah. If you have a good one, you got some money coming in.
They are shockingly hard to make. I haven't made a fursuit, but I did have to make a furry suit for someone's costume in a show, and it's not easy. God, the designer could not find the material she liked, but she found like this pair of pajamas, like fleece pajamas that she liked. So she ordered like 5 like extra large fleece pajamas, and I had to take apart the pajamas and put the fabric back together to make sheets that I could make this costume out of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have just said just pick something close, but nope.
Yep. Interesting. You know, they don't have they have some stuff for Age of Sigmar. They only have 26 items though. And it's a lot of small stuff.
Yeah.
On the 40k side they have 48 or 46.
Do they have those old ass trees?
They do. They do have the old
Amazing that they
trees.
still sell those.
Yep.
Aaron
Yeah, it's
Ferguson.
interesting. And there's so many varieties of stuff in the 40k version, or 40k side that isn't on the Age of Sigmar side.
Aaron Ferguson. Michael's just flexing the fact that he has a girlfriend. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Aaron Ferguson again. I have made some farm terrain. Pretty neat. I know. I think some like deep dark forest would be pretty cool. Do some glowy mushroomy kind of stuff. Maybe have part of it be a cave, part of it be like the outside of the cave. That could be pretty neat. Terrain is difficult.
It is.
Because I think in terms of aesthetics, that's the easy part. Once you kind of decide, I want it to look like this, I want it to be like this. Here's my images that I can kind of pull from. But the like, what's fun? What makes a fun board?
Yeah.
You know, what things do I need to have this be fun? That's
Speaking of fun, of course the pigment I want is not in my bag. It's sitting next to the thing that I was using it on.
Aaron Ferguson, the photos are on EOB Complete. Let's take a look. Ah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. And I think something with like elevation would be fun too.
I think
there's a lot
elevation
of
is a big one.
Yeah. I always think of StarCraft.
Mhm.
Your bases are usually, well, depending on the map, but a lot of your base is elevated on top of everything, and then you kind of work down from there. There has to be something to that. Aaron Ferguson, the farm terrain is for general use. Neat. And are you working on like a silo? Is that what the can is? That looks pretty neat. A farm is a good idea.
And I have some ideas from reading this book, the Soul Wars, because there's a city built upon a graveyard, and the reason it's built upon a graveyard is because that way they can keep an eye on the bodies so they don't come back to life.
Graveyard? Yeah, that could be pretty good. I'm really good at destroying things in Blender. So that's always fun. Oh yeah, did you see that someone printed one of the plasma generators?
Oh, I didn't. That's awesome.
Yep. Someone printed it. They tagged us on Instagram. I left a comment on there.
Sweet.
But yeah, super cool. People are doing them. I know.
Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
I know. Somebody mentioned that they actually printed the whole thing out of resin, which is I guess they don't have an FDM machine.
I bet a lot of people don't, because
yeah. But as long as you don't drop it, you'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
Because if you hollow it out, you're probably not using that much resin. It'll probably just be pretty difficult to print. And I think it's exactly the right size to be able to print on a small resin printer, which is pretty fun. Brian Nielsen, wasn't there a PC Gamer article or something? Yes, there was.
It was.
Yep, somebody wrote a very nice article.
They did.
I know. I need to. It's gonna add this to the list. We need to figure out who this person is. And send him a message. Say thank you.
Yeah, and be like, cease and desist.
Yeah, and then yell at them.
Yeah.
Ah. And they must have done either they watch our channel already, or they just did a little bit of research, because they mentioned that we're a duo, which is good. A lot of people don't know that. It's like a whole thing. They mentioned the Patreon, which is sick.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
And it was just like a nice, really nice article.
Mm-hmm.
I know on Discord, on a YouTube creators Discord that we're a part of, I was going back and forth with Nate's Miniatures.
Hmm.
And because he shared the article to us.
Ah, neat.
And I said, yeah, it's a great article and stuff. And then I was talking about it, like I have to figure out more terrain and stuff. And he suggested to do some orc terrain from Dawn of War, because Orktober's coming.
That is true. Ooh, the orc building that's like a tower, full of orc loot. That's a fun one.
That is a fun one.
Just design dozens and dozens of orc weapons to put in the middle of it.
Jeez Louise. I mean, the only thing that makes me hesitate about the orc one is because, like, look at the Octeris terrain.
Oh yeah.
All of the panels, all of the just everything makes sense. It all fits. It's all perfect. And like in Dawn of War, it's not all detailed. So at some point, once I get the basic shapes down, it's all going to be made up for me. So it's going to be quite the job. It probably wouldn't be a whole table. Probably be a couple pieces, maybe.
Matthew's telling us, using my vortex mixer to mix my paints because deep pockets. Yeah, those things are a little pricey. So the way I'm getting these weapons nice and rusty is I stippled on some rust. And so right now there's like cow print of rust on the guns, but then I go in with some water and I rub it, and then it kind of wipes the rust away from like surfaces and pushes it into recesses. And that gives a little bit more of a natural look with the pigments. Also, often I'll use alcohol, but there was just none near me, so I'm using water. But I kind of like using alcohol because it dries really quick. Although you have to be a little careful because it will soften the paint layers, and if they're fresh paint layers, you could scrape them up a little bit if you're a little too aggressive. But I'm really digging pigments.
Robert Derown, I painted all the terrain for my store, so I'm gonna do your terrain on my Mono X for the store.
Neat.
Yeah.
But they'll get a kick out of that.
Oh yeah, and make sure y'all send pictures. Want to see them.
This terrain was brought to you by Eons of Battle.
The Eons of Battle Patreon. All right, here we go. Aaron Ferguson gets tip. Get a wizard and give him the Hand of Gork spell. Teleport a bounders behind Jay's line and charge whatever they charge will die.
I don't like this idea. I think that doesn't sound real. That sounds like fake news.
I'm screenshotting that. Michael Spitz, well, good night. I must sleep for my Starbucks interview. It's tomorrow at 2:30.
2:30? What, are you a dentist?
One time I had a dental appointment at 2:30. And, yeah.
Everybody wants to know how to use pigments. Look at the screen right now. Here, I'll even fix the camera a little so you can see better. Actually, it's still pretty much in focus. Look at how that gun looks like it has macaroni and cheese on it. It does not look good. But it is nice and random. So then I come in with a damp, janky brush, and I rehydrate all the pigment, and I kind of push it around a little bit, wipe it away, and then once that dries, it'll look like a nice rusty gun. Here, like this one. It's pretty subtle, but it's there.
Robert Brown, the Vortex Mixer is the epitome of lazy painting. I love mine. my aristocratic wrists would never deny the shake like a commoner, of course.
Mm-hmm. Somebody should create a paint shaking service where you mail them your paints and then they shake it for you, and then they send it back.
A little bit like Home Depot.
Yeah.
You go there and you get the paint mixed and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think they would do if you came up to them with a bin of Citadel paints and you asked them to put that in the paint shaker?
I mean, they would just say no because the paint shakers are designed for gallon and quart containers.
What if you put those paints in a gallon or quart container?
I think then it would be up to the associate. I think some of them would know better, and some of them might actually do it.
How funny would that be, though?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're just like, oh, I need this. I have this paint. Can you shake it for me? And then they shake it, and they just hear rattling. And
yeah.
The top
mm-hmm. Alright, what color did I use for the base rims? I think it was probably this color.
Aaron Ferguson, reinforced bounders is 10 dudes, 40 attacks, 4s to hit, 3s to wound, rend 1 with an average of 5 mortal wounds on a charge.
Don't like that.
That sounds really good.
Is that an AOS 3?
I would assume so.
Probably.
Because, well, I would assume it's not, but because there's no new rules yet.
Oh, that's true for Gloom Spider, most things.
Brian Nielsen. Nick gets home, pries open the gallon paint container, and now it's just brown from all the open spots. Yeah. I think they would probably stop the machine after it was just sounding insane. Yeah. Or maybe what you do is you almost you strap them all down on the inside of it, so they don't even know.
There's just like tons of packing peanuts.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun. And Ferguson, we had some small changes. Neat. I know the battle tomes, the new battle tomes for the Stormcast and the Oryx came out. For pre-order, but I'm not gonna wait a little bit. I don't think I need that right now. It will be a purchase one day.
So I can curl up with a nice pumpkin spice latte and read my Stormcast Eternal battle tome.
Exactly.
Although Age of Sigmar, we played one game. Really fun though.
Really fun.
Barely knowing really, that I think that's a good sign, is when your first game is not a miserable slugfest of checking rules and stuff.
Yeah.
We actually got through a game without too much trouble. I like how simple the list building is. It actually reminds me a lot of the list building in 6th edition 40k, a little bit, where there's just fewer options. Although there's way fewer options because there's only 4 things, right? There's your leader, your supreme leader, troop, and monster. Oh, troop, artillery and monster.
Yeah, it's not too crazy.
And everything's a little self-evident. My big pet peeve with 9th edition, or not 9th, but 40k in general, is what the heck is an elite choice? It seems like elite choice is a catch-all term for everything. For Necrons, there's fast attack in the elites. There's things that probably should be heavy support in elites.
Yeah.
I think elites should only be special infantry, like sniper infantry, or your HQ's bodyguards. I mean, that should be what the elites are, but it seems like elites are everything in the kitchen sink. Robert Duran, no black base rims. Heresy! I like a good black base rim, but I also like other stuff. I don't mind a nice color.
Mm-hmm. Aaron Ferguson, we had some small changes. Stab is used to wound on 2 up when there is 30 or more in the group. Now we only wound on 3 up when there is 10 or more. Well, the boundaries have not changed.
Yeah, it's harder. It's harder to bring big blobs of things because you got to pay your points.
Yep.
To fortify or to reinforce units, which I actually think is probably good.
Yes, I agree. And Aaron Ferguson says, I should head to bed. Bye.
Bye.
Dream about Gloomspite gets. I have kept all these gets facts. I actually have saved.
Nice.
In a folder. So
I know.
One day.
I know nothing about my Stormcast. I know nothing about my one-day Seraphon army, and I know nothing about my Caradron Overlords.
Yep. I mean, I know nothing. I know what Aaron Ferguson has told me about the Gloomspite gets. I do have the Battle Tome that I totally got legally, and so yeah, I'm very excited about it. And the army's built. I just have to do all the other work for it.
I know, eventually, I'll get some of the Caradron Overlord big boats. Although actually, I was pretty pumped that some of the pre-orders today were things that I wanted: the archer and the cavalry or the chariot. I don't think I need them right away, but
yeah,
they'll definitely go to the army.
I do like the guy on the guy, because that came out today. But I mean, I'm waiting for the I think it's a Sloggoth, which is the guy. With the Gretchens on a guy.
Just a fella.
Just a fella. Because that's what I really want. I hope it's horrible in game. I don't even care. I'm going to take it in every game. Because if that model came out today, I would have bought it. It would have been. It would have happened, but. Because I deserve to buy more Age of Sigmar stuff. I have it all done except for the Gloomspite gets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have all my Age of Sigmar stuff's done except for a whole army that's not done yet.
I have a little bit left to do on my ballista crew. I need to paint one of the faces, and then I need to paint. I need to finish painting my Griff Hounds, but I think that for some reason I think they'll be done pretty soon, and then I'll be completely caught up in my Age of Sigmar. Actually, I've been doing kind of a good job of painting the new things I buy.
That's true, you have been.
I got all of my Malifaux done. I got almost all of my Star Wars Legion done, and I've gotten all my Age of Sigmar done. Really, it's just 40k is the big problem, child.
Yep.
Sir Smashy, did I miss the winners? Yes!
Yep. I can read them real quick, though. After I find them again. And these will be posted later, as well. Alright. Best based, we have Power. For Mad Scientist, we have Takamuto. For Community Pick, we have Freebooters Merc. For the top 5, and these are in no particular order, we have the Simon Monkey Lobotomized. We have Pharaoh Von Surfio. We have Katie. And then we have Koek 15324 and Andy Crimson. With the ultimate winner being Takamuto!
Woo!
Sire Smashy. Fair enough. I was busy, being responsible, and doing homework.
Mm.
That'll never get you anywhere.
You know, I've been getting really in. Speaking of homework, I've been getting really into lo-fi music. I found some lo-fi music to play while I'm playing Star Wars Legion, and I'm like, well, this is kind of nice actually, and it really is nice. I listened to some lo-fi music on like 1 volume while I was reading the rules for the kill team today.
Ah, neat.
While I was outside in the heat.
It's warm. It's warm today. I can't listen to anything while I read. I just can't pay attention because whatever I'm listening to is way more interesting. Even if it's something I care about.
The real crazy people can listen to lo-fi music while listening to an audiobook.
Yeah, those are... Jesus Christ, what's wrong with them? I think they're witches.
I think they're made up.
You think that they're not able to actually do it? They're just...
I just made that up. I didn't know if that was... I assume that's not a thing, because how would you even,
I guarantee people do that.
I think I can trick my phone into doing that, because I can listen to YouTube outside of the YouTube app, and so some apps are smart and they cancel it out, but some apps aren't. And
I was just assuming that people have a computer too.
Oh,
do multiple things.
I feel like an audiobook though is an on-the-go thing.
I don't think people do it. Yeah, I don't know if people do it on the go. At least in my fantasy that I'm making up. I know there was one of the worst things that's ever happened to me was I remember in 4th grade, the teacher was like, we had like silent reading time, and she's like, do you guys want to like listen to like a little ambiance music? And I was like, nope, I do not want to. And everyone was like, yes, we want to listen to ambiance music. And we every single day for the rest of the year, listened to ambiance music while we did reading, and I could not pay attention at all. It was horrible.
I definitely Lucky Bat brought up a good point with the Star Wars lo-fi is hard. It doesn't really work as lo-fi because you recognize it as Star Wars. And every time a new song pops up, you're like, ooh, this is a lo-fi version of Duel of the Fates. This is a lo-fi version of the Han Solo music. So that doesn't work. But just the generic ass like beep bop.
Boop beep boop beep beep.
It's like human music from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jerry really likes it.
I do like lo-fi, but it's I don't have a problem if it's something I have to really focus on. I can't. It's nothing else can exist. But if it's like I was working on these commandos, I had a podcast going, I was giggling, cleaning, of course, have that going on. Sometimes 3D modeling I can do it when it's not anything like advanced or crazy. Or if I have a plan, I just have to follow the plan. Often when I'm pulling photos for EOB Complete after we pick them, listen to some stuff. But yeah, reading, can't do more than reading.
Matthew's telling us yub lo-fi.
Oh,
yub. Eat up a yub.
They have to have it, right?
I don't think there's that many. I think it's just the classic stuff: Imperial March, Leia theme, Skywalker theme.
I would argue
Twin Suns.
Yub is pretty classic.
And R2, yeah.
You saying that Yub isn't classic?
Yub. I mean, not anymore. A lot of people haven't heard it because it's not. They changed it.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is garbage. And the new song is even. It's like pan flute music.
Yeah.
You know, they destroyed what made it good. Stop messing with your movie. Also, stop messing with movies that you didn't make, George Lucas. Because he didn't direct Empire or Return of the Jedi. He didn't even write the screenplay for those movies. He wrote the story, and then someone else wrote the screenplay, and then someone else directed.
That's pretty funny.
To come to Star Wars jizz music's pretty dope. It is. Good old-fashioned jizz.
We all love jizz.
Mm-hmm. Everyone loves jizz.
That's how I feel about jizz. Name me one person that doesn't like jizz.
Everyone loves jizz.
Can we get a consensus in the chat? Do you all like jizz?
Yeah. Good old-fashioned lo-fi jizz.
Mm-hmm. And if we get one confused comment, I'm gonna be upset. What a world. Anthony Stoneless, I could do without jizz. That's weird.
Sounds like a dirty lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, weirdly though, a lot of people don't seem to listen to Jedi Rocks.
Yeah.
God, George, why? I mean, people talk about Games Workshop having no respect for the fans. George Lucas made Jedi Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he also made all the prequels. Which for years we all agreed weren't good. And then they made new movies and people are like, I guess they're good because the new movies are bad. Because I didn't love every single second of the new movies.
Mm-hmm.
Really what happened was people found out that you could make a lot of money on YouTube if you did not like the new movies.
This is true. Speaking of making a lot of money on YouTube, we got a question about the challenge.
Ooh.
On Discord, Grim Celestia, does it have to be a base or does a diorama for a larger model count? Like I'm assuming, like let's say like it's you're gonna do a rhino.
Mm-hmm.
And you build like a crazy base for the rhino. Do you think that would work?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. I guess you're building a diorama no matter what. Some of them are small, some of them are big.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that works.
Of course, there was a super glue on my desk, but it's clogged. I'm gonna be bad. I'm gonna cut it open.
Naughty.
Oh my God, this is some deep clogging. There we go.
Trash boat. Hey, it's my birthday for 8 more minutes.
Ah. Well, happy birthday for 8 more minutes.
Trash boat. Thanks. I'm 33. I had Dutch apple pie and steak.
Ooh,
it was a good
nice.
day. That sounds like a good day.
And then I super glued myself to the desk.
Is that one of the steps in the video?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
After I was done with the dry brushing, I super glued myself to the desk. There is a video coming out soon-ish that has a fun mistake in it. That is stayed in, and it's funny. I wonder for the chatters. This is something I've always wondered. Does everybody play one game, or does everybody play multiple games of like tabletop games? Because I now play a bunch, and it's a little bit. I guess it'll remain to be seen if it's confusing or not. I wonder, like, can I play Kill Team and Star Wars Legion and Age of Sigmar? And then eventually Malifaux and 40k, well, all at the same time. Or will I get everything confused?
Trash boat. I'm only playing 1 right now. 2 if you count Kill Team.
Why wouldn't you count Kill Team?
That's true.
Man, I'm in love with the kill team's shooting and combat. I really like that. I really like that you roll a lot of dice, and 6s are fun. Nick Kleinberg, does Kill Team and 40k count as 2 different games? Yes, because they have very different rule sets.
If you're playing new Kill Team.
If you're playing new Kill Team. Although old Kill Team, man, there was differences, but they're pretty minor. You got to have a lovely morale phase that had a lot of rules that most armies got to ignore all the time.
I love that phase.
It's my favorite phase. It's the phase where half the time you got to figure out if you roll to see if you lose or not.
Yeah, it was fun.
Shock! As a noob to war games and to painting, any advice? I'm focusing on Kill Team, and my primary competition is my 10-year-old daughter and her Stinky Boys, aka Death Guard. I mean, it sounds like you nailed it. You got a captive player base. You got your miniatures. You got your rules. I mean,
I guess you have to be a little bit more specific. Like, do you need advice on like playing the game, just painting?
I would say don't go easy on her.
Yeah,
know.
Let her lose.
Yeah, let her learn about defeat.
Interesting. Shock. Games Workshop contrast paints are amazing for a 10-year-old painter, in my opinion.
That's true.
That sounds about right.
And washes. Matthew Stone, let's check out Patreon only for the best Star Wars music ever. You know what has really, really good music? Han Solo. It had some really, really cool tracks in it.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. I mean, nothing could be yub. Victory. It's called the Victory in Ewok Minor.
Yeah. Shock. Painting on a higher level, or is Battle Ready good enough?
And Battle Ready is always good enough, and then you could always take it a step further in the future. You can even just add paint to the models that are already painted. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna paint the eyeballs today.
I think there is something really smart, like what we did with our Dominion Kill Team, our Dominion box, is we just got it done. We just got it done, and now if we want to, we can go back and we can redo some things. We can touch some things up, or we can just leave it. But it's all done. So it all just depends. But I think if you have a project and it just takes forever, I think you really stop caring about it and you just give up. So just getting it done, having it just be battle ready, and then going back later, I think is easier.
And remember, Games Workshop defines Battle Ready as like 3 colors. So if you prime it, you have to put on 2 colors before it is officially painted. Trash Boat, I'm adding more detail to my Battle Ready Nurgle stuff. I BFF for a few games, try out them, but now I have time to paint them further. Neat. Matthew's doing this. That made me chuckle. Victory in Ewok Minor. Although technically, they weren't kind to the Ewoks because they tricked them into wanting to help them by making them using the Jedi magic to make them think that C-3PO was a god. Because really, the Empire wasn't doing anything wrong to the Ewoks. I recently rewatched Return of the Jedi, and it's not the best one.
The best one is episode 8.
Yes.
I think that's everyone's favorite.
Universally agreed upon that 8 is the best one.
Which is pretty crazy. I thought it sucked.
The more I watch 8, the more I appreciate it. But man, do I wish that Rian Johnson could have another try.
Yeah.
Because it's got problems.
Mm-hmm.
But man, if anyone hasn't seen, I want to say Clue. It's not Clue. It's Knives Out. Knives Out is a masterpiece. Brian Nelson, highlights seem to provide an order of magnitude on the coolness factor, but it takes a lot of efforts. Yeah, it is definitely not easy. I have a video, a very good video. It's one of my favorites, called like How to Improve, or it's the one where I paint. Not
improving?
Yeah, it might be called that. It's the one where I paint that Ganger from Necromunda. It was kind of a while ago, but I really like that video.
Yeah, it's called Why You're Not Improving.
Why You're Not Improving. That'd be a good one to watch. Because I paint something plain, and then I paint something well. And I show the different styles.
Mm-hmm. And here's a link to that video.
Yeah. Nate Jones, Kill Team 1 and 40k are different games. The tactics for a small warband-style game with individual models versus full armies with 10-plus man units and vehicles use entirely different tactics and strategies. Yeah, but the rule set in your brain is the same, and the actual army list is the same. But now they're different. So an orc boy that's toughness 4, I guess toughness 5 now in big 40k now doesn't have a toughness, but has 10 wounds in Kill Team 2.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for Kill Team 3.
Yeah, 3 years, and then it'll come out probably. Seems to be the cycle.
Oh yeah.
What else were they going to do for Kill Team 1?
Mm-hmm.
Kill Team vehicles, obviously.
Right, of course. Kill Team vehicles.
Bekwa Kaska Groupie. They were gacking their land. True, although it seemed like there was enough Force Moon of Endor to go around. I mean, it's kind of fine, though, because presumably the Ewoks only, I think, say that they're going to help after C-3PO tells the story of Star Wars to them. And so they were like, oh, that's a good... those 2 movies sound really fun. We'll help out. It'd be really funny also if, like, the Rebel Alliance stole the Ewoks' gold or something.
Mm-hmm.
They just went full colonizer. Trash Boat, I watched it a while ago. I felt like I knew the plot right away, though. I don't believe you. I don't believe you caught the twist ending. It's pretty wild. I was guessing all the way through.
I thought they were all going to be naked at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong.
Nate Jones, Rian Johnson ignored the soul of Star Wars, soul doesn't mean anything, being that the hero's journey. He failed to give a hero's journey to Rey, and instead, an expanded Star Wars with Last Jedi, he made the setting smaller. Yes and no. I don't know what that means, making the setting smaller, making it bigger. Like, I liked the little Force kid, because I felt like that was, like, hey, look, the Force is out there, and the Force is probably in a lot of people, and anyone could be a hero. They kind of walked back on that with 9. But I don't know what soul means. Some people think that, the prequels have soul. I just think the prequels are boring. I like them. I've seen them many, many, many hundreds of times. But, I don't... The 8 has stuff that I really, really like, but it also has stuff I really don't like. I really like Rey. I really like Luke Skywalker. I really like Kylo Ren in all of the movies. But 8, boy, the slow speed chase that they could have just ended. the Canto Bight casino planets, it being 2.5, or it being like 3 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't remember that Return of the Jedi is a hair over 2 hours. I'm like, how? I thought old movies are always nice and tight.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think there's something great about a nice, quick, good movie. I don't feel like I get my money's worth if the movie's long. I feel like I get my money's worth if the movie's good.
That's very true.
Like what's the second Batman movie earns its length. I mean, it tells the whole story of the fall of Gotham. But Men in Black is like an hour and 10 minutes, and that movie's awesome. Trash Boat, I'm going for a walk. I hope you're still here when I come back. I am so lonely. Probably.
That's true. We have a little less than an hour.
Mm-hmm. Trash Boat. I also got stung by a bee on the top of my finger today. Oh, yeah. Hurting your fingers always really sucks.
Mm-hmm. Your fingies. I don't know what fingers are, but I know what fingies are. Shock. It'll be Kill Team's Elites next.
Maybe. I hope not. I hope they keep it to just elite, just troop choices. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind though if they came out with a book that had lots of random rules that like aren't even balanced, but you can play with them. Like if there's like a rule for like one rhino tank, and maybe like a suggestion of like, yeah, everybody gangs up on the rhino tank to try to steal it, or there's an objective on the rhino tank that moves by itself. Mm-hmm. Like, I think there's tons of interesting things you could do, but I just don't think you can balance the game. I mean, it got to a point where Grey Knights had 2 options and Space Marines had 11. Mm-hmm. Like, how is that going to work?
Yeah, very true.
Nate Jones, do you think Ewoks made Stormtrooper jerky after the celebration dinner? Oh yeah, they ate all the Stormtroopers. And probably all the dead rebels, too.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bear, curving energy shots in space. I'm fine with that. Star Wars does not have real science fiction space. I mean, ships blow up into giant fireballs, or they fall out of the sky when they explode.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fine with them being a little swashbuckly. Because Star Trek is arguably harder. Like, their thing is that they're hard science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, did you understand the point that greedy people are bad? Yeah, I think 8 had a lot more to say than your average Star Wars movie, but it didn't always do it in a good way. I really liked that Luke Skywalker was like having a crisis after saving the galaxy and then deciding to be a Jedi, but then failing. I thought that was really, really cool. I love that when he shows up at the end, as soon as he shows up, no more people die, which is really how Jedi should operate. Mm-hmm. Matthew Stone, it's like if Gandalf flew to the random volcano and just tossed the ring in. Yeah, I know there's apparently reasons why the Eagles wouldn't have helped them early on or something, but it does feel a little funny that as soon as they get all the way to Mordor, the Eagles just flying back home. You're like, wait, so that was an option the whole time? Mm-hmm. I get it. It wasn't. The Eagles wouldn't have gone there if the Eye was still operating. Although I think the Eagles do come to help at the end, the final battle. For the final battle, I think the Eagles do show up, and it's a really cool moment because the heroes are fucked, and then the Eagles show up. Nate Jones, Soul means the Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. It's a mythic archetype used all over the world from the beginning of time. Just look up the hero's. I know what their hero's journey is. Ryan Johnson mocked it in interviews. I think, well, he didn't mock it. He mocked that it's been done a trillion times. Like, literally, it's been done in 3 it was done well in 3 original Star Wars movies, and then it was done really, really poorly in 3 more Star Wars movies. But I don't think you have to do hero's journey for every single Star Wars movie. I mean, there's a lot of Star Wars things that don't follow the hero's journey. I read a really, really cool book called something, but it was a book about. It was a book. It was actually a book based in the Old Republic, which I always poop on, about a Sith training planet getting attacked by zombies, and it was really cool. And there was no hero's journey in that book.
Mm-hmm.
Shock tips. Love this channel's constant content. Please continue to be you. I love to see an epic battle report of your choice, just to see you versus Nick. We'll have to do something big eventually, like a proper apocalypse game.
Mm-hmm. This is true, and we're close to our Patreon goal of doing battle reports. 15 more people, and we've hit our goal. At the beginning of this week, we had 50 people. Mm-hmm. We needed 50 people to reach our goal.
Yeah,
so this is wild.
Nate Jones, also check out the Smithsonian Institute Star Wars exhibit. Gets into the symbolism in the original music. In the original movies, Star Wars is a space opera, not sci-fi. That's why it's a space opera. Although it also has like hints of fantasy. It has Errol Flynn, Buck Rogers. Like it has a lot of influences. Samurai movies. Star Wars invented a thing called greebling, where you just glue crap and then spray paint it gray and it becomes science fiction. But they also did that a little bit with like imagery and storytelling. I mean, Han Solo is dressed like a cowboy. And that would not have flown before Star Wars. People would have been like, that's not science fiction. But Star Wars did it. So I think Star Wars can take from all different sources. There was a great series, I think it was published by Dark Horse, called Star Wars Tales, and it was non-canonical stories, and there were cute ones, and there were scary ones, and there were horror ones, and there were funny ones. There was cutesy cartoons and horrific drama. So Star Wars can be a lot of different things. And I appreciate and I think if Rian Johnson had maybe another try or more time, I think it would have been one of the best Star Wars movies ever made. It's but as it is, I think it's a movie with good and bad. But maybe that's fine. I mean, obviously it'd be better if everything was always good, always. But it seems like that's never, ever been the case, ever. Maybe the Marvel movies, but everyone seems to crap on the Marvel movies, too.
Akita Canones, how close are you guys meeting the Patreon goal of bat reps? 15 people. Pretty wild.
Nate Jones, ideas in The Last Jedi are good, and there is incredible cinematography. His plot structure and character motivations are poor. Yeah, I really like Rey, Kylo, and Luke, but yeah, everyone else just gets nothing in that movie. Matthew Stolas, the first 3 movies were not the hero's journey. Interesting. Jay, if you honestly want to get the best effects for episode 3, listen to the book. I've heard of the book. It does a great job of telling the internal stories of the characters. Yeah. But that doesn't fix the movie. Like, I love Clone Wars. That's peak Star Wars for me. And Clone Wars fixes all the characters and the world, but it doesn't do anything to fix the movies. The movies are still just bad. Nate Jones, the prequels aren't a hero's journey. They are more of a Greek tragedy. Hero's journey is a structure, not a type of story. Dan Harmon uses it for both Community and Rick and Morty. Star Wars is cool. I'm so excited for the weird new Legion faction. Yeah, I was about to say the Chiss. It's not the Chiss. It's the Spice Kessel people. What are they called? The Pike. And hopefully, if they make the Pike, maybe they'll make the Han Solo crew. like Woody Harrelson's character, or Kira. I'd get a Kira. Kira was cool. With her lightsaber daggers. You know, it used to be a thing in every Star Wars movie. I guess not every Star Wars movie. But in the prequels, certainly, they would always invent a new lightsaber. And I'm kind of down with that. I would love that. I love getting a new lightsaber every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Jones. Ryan Johnson called the hero's journey a teenage coming-of-age thing. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the hero's journey is the perfect solution for everything. Like people who make movies all have different opinions. Like Quentin Tarantino is brilliant, but he's a dummy when he talks about how film you can't shoot on digital because there's something about film.
Yeah.
What's his name? Probably the best director ever. Shining. What's his name? Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick was a legendary director who made some of the best movies ever made, and apparently he was a huge ass to his cast and crew. Mm-hmm. Like people who make art are all have different ways of coming at it and doing it, and some of them do a great job and some of them do a poor job. I mean, arguably, the greatest filmmaker of all time is the guy who did the Transformers, because he's made the most money. Mm-hmm.
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay. Arguably, Michael Bay is the greatest film director of all time, because his movies are the most successful movies of all time. Takamuto, I heard Star Wars is getting an anime. Is that true? Yes, I'm super excited. I can't remember what they're called, but it's gonna be something on Disney Plus. It's gonna be short stories that are real anime, like they're produced in Japan, and they should be dope. I'm really pumped for that. I love a good one and done short story. Nitiru. Hey Jay, you've sparked my interest in Malifaux since your diorama video. Would it be a big ask to make a how to play video for it? The ones that are out there are very slow and uninteresting. I've watched the ones that are out there. They are very slow and interesting. I would like to do stuff like that. I had this idea for a series called Play X Today, where I give a brief explanation of the game, the rules, and exactly what you need to do. If you watch this video at like 10 o'clock in the morning, if you could be playing that evening. Shock, newest Patreon member, woot! Wow! Nice.
Yeah. There you go.
Zephyr, it's called Visions. Neat. Oh yeah, that should be dope. Hapakuma, I need grass tufts and some matte red and purple spray, but Army Painter doesn't ship to Canada. Well, forget Army Painter and just buy matte spray paint from whatever store near you sells spray paint, because I think that the miniature painting spray paints are a big old scam.
Bam.
But yeah, grass tufts are going to be a little of a tricky one. You might be able to get them from somewhere else. I don't know. I know a lot of people really like Michigan Toy Soldier. They carry a lot of products from overseas. They might be able to get you what you need. Mm-hmm. Brian Rotzog, Kill Team 3 is easy enough to grasp by reading the rules and playing a game. Yeah, it seems really good. I like Kill Team 2.
Very exciting.
I get it. It's Kill Team 3. It's technically Kill Team 3 because for a week and a half there was another box called Kill Team 1 that was just the 7th edition rules and nothing else. And then some people even claim that it's Kill Team 4 because there was another skirmish game that wasn't called Kill Team, but you might as well count that one.
Mm-hmm.
Trash, but the actual best is Empire Strikes Back, and everyone knows it. Empire Strikes Back. I just watched that one again not too long ago, and that movie slaps. It's so good. Basement Record Studios. Check out Kingdom Titans. It's a Quebec-based hobby shop. They have Army Painter sprays. Interesting. Neat. Trash about how are demons looking in the new Kill Team? I'll check right now. On my legally acquired rules.
Oh yeah.
Tyranids, thousands, Talons of the Emperor, Orcs, Kroot, Commandos, Heretics, Craftwells, Death, Droop, Grey Knights, Chaos Demons. Wow, they have 2 pages of fire teams. Chaos Demons Kill Teams consist of 2 fire teams selected from the following list: Bloodletters, Demonettes, Plague Bearers, Pink Horrors, or Blue Horrors. So yeah, it looks like you got options for all of them, and if you're Tzeentch, you have 2 options. Because you get the Blue Horrors and the Pink Horrors.
Very exciting.
Nate Jones, Star Wars movies don't have to be a hero's journey. Rey needed the journey into darkness to emerge reborn in order to validate her being a Jedi. Jedi is something that they've never quite been able to nail down. Because originally, Jedi was kind of a nebulous term. And, you know, he became a Jedi because Luke went up against Vader. And then Jedi in the prequels, they're almost the villains. The only thing is that they also have other villains, so it doesn't feel like the Jedi are the bad guy, even though they're, like, training children to be space cops.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, every Star Wars thing kind of does Jedi a little bit of a different way. And then it really becomes silly when Sith are just bad people in black clothes. Because you'd think a Jedi would be somebody who's fueled by doing the right thing, and then a Sith would be somebody who falls short and they do the wrong thing. So you'd expect Sith to love jewelry and clothing and just banging everybody. But it seems like Sith are pretty much just Jedi who want to take over the world and look scary.
Nate's Miniatures at EonsBattle. Guessing you guys already spoke about how awesome it was to have an article about your build. Yeah.
Matthew Stillness, if you are saying Empire is your favorite movie and has been since you were a kid, you are lying. I definitely saw it first. I think probably one of the prequels was my favorite when I saw it. And then Empire now. Although I really like 7 and Rogue One and Solo. Those, I feel like my top spot changes by the day. Nate's Miniatures, guessing you guys already spoke about how awesome it was to have an article about your build. Yeah! It's pretty cool. I mean, we used to have articles all the time when we were contributors for Bella Lost Souls.
This is true.
But,
yep, that was a long time ago.
Takamuto, Sith or Jedi who shop at Hot Topic. Exactly. I also love that the Sith are like, well, I'm Sith now. And so, because Sith don't think of themselves as evil or bad, but they do all change their lightsabers to be red. Baseman Record Studios. Rogue One was so good. I feel like everyone else I talked to about it didn't like it, though. Huh, that's too bad. I loved it. I saw it twice in theaters. Everyone I know loved it, so I got lucky.
I hated it. You're
wrong. No!
It was good.
Nate's Miniatures. Sith are too evil, Jedi are too good, both are wrong. The prophecy was to bring balance to the Force. From what I thought that meant was being a gray Jedi, being more in the middle of good and evil. Yeah, it's they didn't know they didn't plan on having the prophecy really fulfilled. If they did, they would have actually said the prophecy. At no point do you figure out what the prophecy is or what a prophecy is. Like who was the prophecy first told to? Was this a prophecy written on a stone tablet 1,000,000 years ago? That some punk kid would destroy everything? Nate Jones, Jedi are about controlling their emotions. The Sith give into their emotions. Both are mystics who study the Force, so they give up hoarding materials. Yeah. Obviously, though, the interesting storytelling is when they're not doing a great job controlling their emotions. Mm-hmm. Shock! The newest version of Kill Team is so fun. I agree. Tomorrow, in a bunch of hours, we'll be playing it.
We'll be playing it. A big old game as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nate Jones. Red Kyber Crystal is empowered by raw emotion. That's why. That's dumb. Lightsabers already cut through everything. Why do you need an empowered lightsaber? Nate's Miniatures. Get your pitchforks for Nick. I liked Rogue One. I loved Solo. I liked 7 a lot. 7 is really good. 7 is so good.
Yep. I love Solo. Solo. It makes you feel like a kid again.
That's
how I felt.
Mm-hmm. I love when
you go home and play with all your Star Wars toys.
Mm-hmm. Now, these notes. Anakin was to remove the Jedi. That was the prophecy. The Jedi took it to mean something else. How do you know that? Was it in the book? In the book, did they explain the prophecy? Nate's Miniatures. It was the prophecy of Frank. He worked at McDonald's. He had enough of making burgers. Alex YT, what's your best advice, purchasing recommendations for getting into wargaming? I'm having a hard time committing. I watch your videos religiously, though. The best way is to get in with a friend. That way, you can split a start collecting, or you just have guaranteed games. If that's not the case, you probably want to go to a friendly local game store and ask whoever's working there what games are hot, what games are going on in your area. I know at our friendly local game store, it looks like it's 40k, and Star Wars Legion are the big ones. But it's probably different everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So we probably want to be playing what everyone around you is playing.
Unless you have a bunch of friends, then you can just play whatever.
Mm-hmm. Nate Jones, it's not empowered that's used. It has to do with how they build the saber. Interesting. But it's the reason it's red is because they're the bad guys. That's the real reason. Just like how Darth Vader's fighting style is based apparently Darth Vader's fighting style is based around power, but in reality it's based around a tall guy who couldn't see. Foo, Mark, they did my guy Finn dirty. They did. I loved Finn so much in 7, and then he didn't have much to do in 8, and he had less to do in 9.
In 8, when it's just a big joke, he's in a suit.
Yeah,
like a joke that he was saved.
That was awful.
That was upsetting.
Literally, and it's so crazy. 7 ends with him not waking up. You don't know if he's gonna be okay. And then he wakes up and he's just a dumb joke in 8. Oh, it was awful.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Stolas. In the book, when it's Yoda, Yoda comes to the realization about the prophecy, which is why he stops the fight with the Emperor, because he realizes him fighting Palpatine is making him stronger. Yeah, that does not come across in the movie. In the movie, it seems like he just gives up. Kina Kanonis, not really. It's mostly 40k, Age of Sigmar, and Legion in almost every store. Neat! I like Star Wars Legion. Unless you play Magic. Magic's number one. Oh my god, Magic. Neat, true. When someone who doesn't give a hot damn about Star Wars, would you say that Legion is still worth a try? I think it's a really fun game. I definitely think you're going to have a hard time if you don't like Star Wars. I don't think you have to be a Star Wars fanatic. It is a really, really fun system with a lot of really, really cool list building. It also has a deck building parts to it with literal cards. So I really like Star Wars Legion. If you really want to get games of something in and everyone around you is playing Legion, I would say give it a try. It's also a lot cheaper than 40k. Like half the cost.
Yep. It's also it's a little bit like a historical though.
It
so
is.
If you like get bashing a bunch of stuff and making things your own, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, like you can do it a little. Like I've seen people paint their stormtroopers red.
Yeah.
But like it's you're gonna be hard pressed to make your stormtroopers like alien stormtroopers.
Right. So that depends.
Mm-hmm. Nate Jones. George Lucas had a hard time using colors other than blue, green, and red. Agreed, it's a Lucas thing. I mean purple. And if you go by the toys, yellow. Because weirdly, I think Luke always had a yellow lightsaber. Until Return of the Jedi came out, then he had a blue lightsaber, which was still wrong, because in Return of the Jedi he had a green lightsaber.
But kids don't care.
Yeah. But it's just bizarre they got it wrong.
It is weird.
Daniel Bear. Pretty sad that Kelly Marie Tran died between filming, but they made the best of it with footage they had. Oh, Kelly Marie Tran. They did her dirty. Also, I just thought that the costuming department really dropped the ball. Like, why did they make her wear a potato sack?
Yeah, it is a little odd.
Like she's one of the big heroes of the story. Why didn't she get to have a cool costume?
Yeah. Well, because she wears a potato sack.
Mm-hmm. Brian Rotzog, according to Goms, the 40k is cheap if you prints. Thank you, the bits. Remember, folks, show some love and support and hit that thumbs down. We love them. If you're new to the channel, join the Motley Crew and hit that subscribe. We also have a Patreon and Discord channel.
Yeah.
And speaking of everything, these guys are done. So
yeah, they are.
And I've got plenty of time, so I'm going to work on this guy that I have been really procrastinating on. It is my War Games exclusives, Helbrecht. Which really, it's really close. I should just finish it. Is this brush clean? I gotta brush off all the dirt. Kino Kanones. Kelly should have been given skin-tight leather and made into one of those Sith-based Sith bays in the extended universe. Exactly. I don't know. That it really was not. I mean, it was not only was it not flattering, but it just wasn't cool. Like Rey's costume is cool, Finn's costume is cool, Poe's costume is cool.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't even. I don't even think her costume had a belt. Like, just nothing to give her some shape.
Yeah.
Kelly had a really fun. She was on a College Humor video about a bunch of nerds complaining that all of their favorite universes, the new films, ruined their childhoods, and it's adorable. These miniatures, I feel so friggin' bad hitting the downvote. Just can't do it, sorry. We feed on the downvotes.
You're ruining it. How dare you ruin our streams?
TK Sturdy Prince, just 102 subs now to get to 1K.
Nice.
TK, post your channel. Put your channel in the chat.
Yep, do it again.
Get you a couple more right now. Jam Style, same. It's hard for me to hit the downvote just because I actually like your videos, being that I'm very picky. Yeah, well, the downvotes help us. I think it's funny, and I also do think that there's a little bit of psychology to people seeing a painting live stream that has like 100 downvotes, and they're like, I have to know what's going on here. Because if you see 100 upvotes, yeah, that's every video on YouTube. But if you see 100 downvotes, you're like, what? I gotta know. Gotta know. So I think downvotes are actually worth more than upvotes. On the regular videos, yeah, more upvotes is good. But on these, who cares?
Yep.
TK's Red Prince just posted his channel. Everybody go click on the link that TK just shared and subscribe.
Yeah, there you go.
If you don't subscribe to TK's, you don't like Eons of Battle.
Exactly. And some helpful tips on 3D printing. Especially with the Photon Workshop, which I found very helpful.
Also, TK has been our only mod since ever.
Yes, this is true. You're forgetting about me.
That's true. That is true.
We're both mods. I do think TK does more moderating. Although,
Yes.
remember when we were just getting spammed?
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
Honestly, that was fun.
That was probably one of the most fun things. Jeez. It was weird because like the spam was sending us to a different channel.
Yeah.
And then who was live streaming, and then if you went to their channel, they were spamming about Eons Battle. It was very fun.
Jedi Dick Sensei? Wow, that's huge. Andre Louise, hello. Hello there. Oh, another thing that I recently rewatched. I recently rewatched, I guess, all of the trilogy, but the original trilogy. But man, did Obi-Wan have a rough 20 years or 19 years in between the end of Episode 3 and the start of Episode 4, because he goes from like 28 to like 75. I also love that the actor who portrays young Obi-Wan has apparently always just been lying about an Obi-Wan movie in the works. TK Prince, the 3 sons can really age your skin. Exactly. Oh yeah, you look like a catcher's mitt.
Or you just live in Florida. Daniel Bear, how'd you come up with your channel name? It's random.
Random. We came up with a bunch of names and we were plugging them into Google to see if they were available. And Eons Battle was available.
Yep. I remember walking like back and forth in my room, thinking of different names, wrote down a bunch, and then we went with this one.
Yeah, we thought of a lot. We thought of Zuma Quinto. We thought of Mini Wargaming.
Miniac.
Yeah, Nate's Miniatures would have been a really good channel name. Miniac.
Yeah. Squidmar.
Squidmar. Yeah, and remember this was in 2014, so.
Yep. Yeah, this was a while ago.
Yeah, we really came up with a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Markiplier.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. Yeah, very, very crazy.
Nate's Miniatures. My channel name was hard to come up with. Lol. TK Prince, woot, cheers, peeps that subscribe to the channel. Yeah, and if you haven't yet, go subscribe to TK Prince.
Yeah,
Scroll up in the
what the
chat
hell's
just a
wrong with
smidge.
Matthew Stones, that is a really bad origin story. You need to make something up.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually hit by a car named Eons,
Mm.
and I had to battle my way back to life.
There you go.
That's how we came up with the name. Yeah, pretty wild.
And now I remember why I never work on this thing, because this cape's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Although
Yeah.
once I start playing games of 40k, I'll probably bring Helbrecht to every single game, because he is the chapter master. Well, technically he's not the chapter master. He's the High Marshal.
So
of the Black
he just
Templar.
has like a bunch of doobies or something.
Yeah.
He's just
He
passing
also
around.
has the worst voice you've ever heard in the movie in the fan film Helbrecht or Hell's Reach. It's like, Helbrecht, what are you doing here? It's unbelievably bad.
Waluigi.
Pretty much.
Wario. That's pretty interesting.
I'm surprised that the all of the animations that Games Workshop bought aren't on Warhammer Plus yet.
That is interesting. Maybe they're reworking them a little.
Might be.
Because I know they changed the music in A Star Days, which was the worst thing that's ever happened. And
Honestly, I didn't even notice.
And they change a couple of little tiny things in there, I think.
Yeah, but incredibly small changes. Like flipping, they flipped one scene so that originally they moved left to right, now they move right to left.
Right. I mean, that could have been the artist's decision, too.
That's what I would guess. Because, I mean, what kind of a change is that? Like, oh, this scene really should... That feels like an artist change. Like, oh, I have a second try, and so I'm going to... This scene really should have... I should have flipped it.
Champ Styles, Waluigi voice. Exactly.
Yeah, and it's what sucks is that's like one of the first things that happens in the whole movie is Helbrecht tells Grimaldus that he's going to be on the planet, and Grimaldus is like, no, and then Helbrecht is like, yeah.
What is this called?
It's called Hell's Reach.
Hell's Reach.
I'm sure there's re-uploads. It's like an hour long. Actually, it's like 2 hours long.
And it's the it's like that drawn style.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Does part 1 have it in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Habakuma, what's that cloak for? This is for my Helbrecht, High Marshal Helbrecht of the Black Templars from the company War Games exclusive. They actually sent me this mini. Nate's Miniatures, I might join up to Warhammer Plus maybe 4 months down the track when they have a decent amount of content. Honestly, I'm pretty much enjoying it. It is pretty light on content right now, although they did give me $16, which is kind of nice. So basically the first few months are free. I've really been enjoying the Blood Angels show, though. It might be the best 40k animation. The animation isn't as beautiful as Astartes, but like there's already an hour of it, and it's got like really cool characters and stuff. Whereas Astartes is like an amazing visual story that lasts like 11 minutes. AR, Hell's Reach is amazing, and you should definitely watch it. Grizz, it's still up on the original channel. Really? Huh, I would have guessed it got taken down, because it uses the audio from the Hell's Reach audiobook. Did you find it?
It's kind of hard because I'm listening to you as well.
Yeah.
So, I don't really know what's going on. And I just skipped around a bunch, so I don't know what's happening. But I did find it. It does exist.
Yeah, I've watched the whole thing, and it is very good. Although I really like the scratchy drawn effect, because once that goes away and it just kind of becomes not that great animation, it looks like not that great animation.
Yeah.
They also hired the guy to do the Blood Angels one. If he's doing the Blood Angels one, he's doing a great job. Like there's like a bunch of number one, it looks beautiful because the whole show is in black and white except for things that are red, which is amazing. So you see just these bright red Marines walking through a desolate landscape.
Interesting.
Hapakuma, I just love the free Vidicar Assassin with the huge terrain piece. Yeah, it's dope.
Yep.
All right, about a year down the line, you're going to see every YouTuber painting that sucker up.
You better believe it. Some people buying it for, $100. Some people getting it with Warhammer Plus.
I'm sure someone's going to buy it for like $100, which is silly because you could have it'd be cheaper to subscribe to the show. And then you get the book. I don't have any time, but I do want to read those books. The Gathering Storm books. Because I want to be all up to date on the current 40k lore. Hypnotech. I don't know if you answered this, but are you excited for Star Wars Visions? I'm really excited for Star Wars Visions. I think that's going to be badass. I'm not like the hugest fan of anime, but I really like the anime style. I think that it opens itself up to be able to do a lot of really expressive and interesting things with animation. Usually, like anime looks gorgeous and Western animation looks like garbage. It's not 100% true, but it's often true. But so yeah, I'm excited for beautiful visuals and interesting, quick stories. AR can confirm it's the same dude from Hell's Reach doing Angels of Death. Awesome! That's really cool. Champ Styles, I'm going to try to make a Scout Trooper equivalent of the exclusive Vidicar Assassin. Wish me luck. Neat.
TK Prince's new series of Lower Decks is out now.
Ah, the Star Trek show? I just watched the episode that the show's based on, Lower Decks, from TNG, and it's a really, really good episode.
Mm-hmm.
But Lower Decks, not exactly a visual masterpiece.
Yeah.
I know that part of the reason why anime looks so good is because they're horrible to the animators, but a little bit worth it.
We should all be more horrible to animators.
Mm-hmm. Is there such thing as British animation? Like that would probably be garbage.
No, because they're drinking tea all the time.
I know, yeah.
Well, if they were doing it by hand, all the animations would have tea stains on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know.
The Easter defense. It's full of Easter eggs. I'm sure it's a good show, but it just doesn't. It looks. I mean, it just looks kind of like Family Guy or just any of the shows. Characters are one color. Like, they're coloring book pages that are moving around a little. John Greven, I really like the film noir style that Blade Angels has. It reminds me of the movie Sin City. Yeah, man. One image that's always haunted me was when Bilbo Baggins is attacking him. I forget the actor's name, and you just see his glasses. Like, he's kind of in shadow, but his glasses are white. No, Frodo Baggins, not Bilbo Baggins. I apologize.
TK Studio Prince have to watch Rhubarb and Custard from the early 80s.
Is that a British animation?
I hope so. I mean, TK Studio Prince would know.
There's a new thing with a lot of anime where they're kind of doing a hybrid of 2D and 3D animation, where they kind of render everything in 3D animation and they kind of paint over it with 2D animation, and it really looks gorgeous. And apparently it's kind of like a cheat, but it looks really cool, and it adds for a lot more movements. Because I think there's even programs that can kind of paint over it for you. I just finished watching the second season of Beastars, and there's always motion, which is very rare in an anime. Champ Styles, the only anime that I don't even know if it is true anime that I've really watched religiously was the Boondocks. The Boondocks is definitely in kind of a 90s anime style. I don't think it's anime, though, because I don't think it's made in Japan. Jason, never watched Lower Decks. Heard that it's basically Easter eggs nonstop. Hated Discovery, but I loved all the previous shows. I just finished TNG, and it was quite a ride.
I believe it's pronounced Tinge.
Tinge. You know, we got TNG, we got DS9, we got, and then we got STD. Yeah. Which, how did they let that happen? Like, they know people refer to these shows like that. It's been that way for 50 years.
I like it. And
they're like, yeah, our show should be called STD. Daniel Bear, the Games Workshop animators are British. You know what? That's a good point.
Yuck. Never mind, I hate it.
Dave Eckers Customs. Lower Decks walks a really thin line of making fun of Star Trek, but doing it from a place of love. It's fantastic. Oh, that's awesome. That kind of reminds me of the Robot Chicken Star Wars episodes, which those are just making fun of Star Wars, but it definitely doesn't feel mean-spirited because it definitely comes from a place where they love Star Wars. But if you think about it too much, everything is ridiculous.
Actually, it's all very serious and very important.
Yes.
And Kathleen Kennedy's the worst, I might add.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry, just want to throw that in there, just for fun. Kathleen Kennedy hasn't even made anything good.
Never. I have not seen New Picard yet. I think I'm going to take a little break, and then maybe I'll get into Deep Space Nine. So that seems to be the one that everyone says to go to.
Do you think you're going to start another show then?
I don't know. I watch Star Trek with Lucky Bat. So we'll try. Maybe we'll pick something. It's sometimes hard to find stuff we both like. I really want to watch Sweet Home, which is a Korean horror TV show, and I watched the first 3 episodes and I really dug it. I'd have to start over because I don't remember exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. I'll rewatch the first 3 episodes. I was watching like an episode before bed, but sometimes that's hard to do because sometimes I'm busy right up until bed.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really good. And the English dub I don't think was horrible. I can't remember if I was watching the dub or if I was watching it in Korean with subtitles. I'll have to. It's probably good either way. But it's actually based on a webcomic that was pretty amateurish. But the show is not. The show is wonderful, and it uses a lot of really cool practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
It's a story of like people living in a really crappy apartment building, and one day they wake up and there's just hellish monsters everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're just dealing with that. And people turn into these hellish monsters, and so they're all kind of like keeping an eye on each other and be like, "Are you acting weird?"
Mm-hmm.
And there's fun characters. There's the shop owner. There's the gangster. There's the single mom. There's the nerdy kid. Jason M. I liked Picard. Some things were really un-Trek-like, but it did piss me off at the end, as I was hoping for them to bring Data back, just instead they killed him. They just killed him again. I was surprised that they didn't use... because I know that they brought back Data. I'm surprised that they didn't de-age him. Because that would have... The only time de-aging really makes sense would have been for Data. Like, because he's a robot. He wouldn't change. But instead, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Data, but I decided to make myself old and fat." Hey, it's Miniatures. I did watch this Korean zombie series that was great, set in feudal Korea. Neat. Champ Style, so that must mean red that's used in Blood Angels on Warhammer Plus is actually just deep red tea. Probably. Probably.
Yeah, I guarantee. I guarantee.
Ah!
Tea.
Oops.
Love a good tea.
I ruined everything. There we go. Hey, it's Miniatures. I just finished watching Invincible on Prime. Oh, if I have time for Prime, I'm going to be watching Season 2 of The Boys. I loved Season 1. It's hard to watch stuff. I don't have anything like a schedule. And it's hard to watch shows without a schedule. I can get through a Star Wars because I can just start it and stop it whenever I need to. Also, I've seen every Star Wars movie hundreds of times, so don't really need to pay attention.
Makes it a lot easier. Needs Miniatures. I finished The Boys. So good.
Season 1 was incredible. I'm sure Season 2 is also phenomenal.
Monitor, I'm terrible at watching TV. I like to think you face the TV backwards.
Oh, darn.
And you like don't turn it on. Yep. What a funny bit that was.
I love in The Boys.
Take it to the Prince. No, you can't have my tea. Give me some tea.
There's a great moment in The Boys where they're sneaking into a There's a baby who's a mutant, and the baby can shoot lasers, and so he grabs the baby and uses it as a laser gun to take out a squad of like FBI guys. It's so funny.
And speaking of funny, it is 12 o'clock.
I get to go to bed.
That's true, and we're gonna. You're not only going to bed, but you're gonna mentally prepare for our first real game of Kill Team.
Yes.
New Kill Team tomorrow.
Yeah, and on Monday, I'm going to be painting a new thing on stream that will be selected by the patrons.
Very, very true. And
the patrons select everything I paint, and if you want to be part of that, you're going to have to become a patron.
Yeah. There you have it, folks. And we'll be back with another live stream at 9 p.m. on Monday. So join us for that.
All right, everybody. Go watch all the videos we released.
Mm-hmm.
And good night.
Good night.